Today, let's talk about macros. First, what is a macro? Macro is short for macronutrient. A macronutrient is a protein, fat, or carb. Carb is short for carbohydrate. We count our macronutrients by grams. So when you see a food that is 10 carbs, what it's really saying is that it's 10 grams of carbohydrates. This is why sometimes you see the little G next to carbohydrate. Each gram of a macronutrient has calories. Every gram of carbohydrates has 4 calories. Every gram of protein also has 4 calories. Each gram of fat has 9 calories. So how many macronutrients should you be eating? Well, that's going to depend on your height, weight, gender, lean body mass, activity levels, and your goals. You're often going to hear what's called a macro split. A macro split is the percentages of your total calories of each macronutrient. A generally healthy macro split is going to be 50% carbs, 30% fat, and 20% protein. You can estimate the total amount of calories that you need by multiplying your weight by 16 for girls and 17 for guys. Side note, I do find this method of finding your total calories to be a little bit of an overestimate. There are much more accurate ways to find your total calories, but we're going to need a few more details in order to do that. For today's video, multiplying your weight by 16 or 17 is good enough. For now, let's assume that 2,000 calories is the total amount of calories that we need. To find the total amount of carbs that we need, we take 2,000 times 0.5 or 50% and we get 1,000 calories. Take 1,000 calories divided by 4. Remember, each gram of carbohydrates is equal to 4 calories and we get 250 grams of carbohydrates. To find fat, we take 2,000 times 0.3 or 30% and we get 600. Take 600 divided by 9. Remember that fat has 9 calories per gram and we get roughly 66 or 67 if we round up. Finally, to find protein, we take 2,000 times 0.2 or 20% and we get 400. Take 400 divided by 4 and we get 100 grams of protein. So that means on a 2,000 calorie diet with a 50, 30, 20 macro split, we're going to eat 250 grams of carbohydrates, 67 grams of fat, and 100 grams of protein. Isn't calorie math fun? By counting macros instead of just calories, we can dial in our diet with a little more accuracy. So, should you be counting macros? Well, it probably doesn't hurt. After all, the more you know about your diet, the more likely you're gonna make better decisions. As I've said in past videos, there are other habits we should concentrate on first before we start counting calories. If you've mastered these habits and you still find yourself stuck at a certain weight, maybe counting macros might be the thing you need to do to get you to that next level. Do you like these videos? Hit the like button below, and if you really love us, leave a comment.